Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Jai Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivardhari. Jai Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivardhari. Yashoda Nandana Braja Jana Randana. Yashoda Nandana Braja Jana Randana. Yamuna Tira Vanachari. Yamuna Tira Vanachari. Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari. Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari. Jai Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivardhari. Jai Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivardhari. Jai Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivardhari. Yashodanandana Braja Jana Randana. Yashodanandana Braja Jana Randana. Yamuna Tira Vanachari. Yamuna Tira Vanachari. Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Jaya Gauranitai, 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 Jai Gauranitai. Jai Sachinandana Gaurahari, Jai Sachinandana Gaurahari. Jaya Nityananda Ram, Nityananda Ram, Nityananda Ram, Jai Nityananda Ram. Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Prabhupada. Gurudev, 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 Jai Jai Gurudev. Jai Om Vishnupad Paramahansa Paribrajapatra Jashtotara Satashi Srimad Abhay Charanara Vinda Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Grantaraj Srimad Bhagavatam Ki. All glories to Samul devotees. All glories to Samul devotees. All glories to Samul devotees. All glories to Shri Guru Gauranga. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudirayat Nashtaprayesha Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Shloke Bhakti Bhavati Naistiki Krishna Swadamo Bhagate Dhamma Jnana Divi Saha Kalonashta Dishamesha Paranoko Dunodita Grantara Srimad Bhagavatam Ki Jai. Learn this shloka. It's a very important shloka. Krishna Swadamo Bhagate. This verse. He said the Srimad Bhagavatam is as brilliant as the sun, and it has arisen on the just after the to give it is arisen to give light. This light shall give this Purana shall give light, and has arisen just after the disappearance of Lord Krishna to his own abode. Those who are born in this Kali Yuga will get light from this Purana. Swad Samo Dhammo Bhagati Jnana Dhamit. So learn this verse. It's a very nice verse. So we're reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 6, third chapter, text 25. Prayena Vedatadidam Namaha Jano. Prayena Vedatadidam Namaha Jano Yam. Devya vimohita matir matam patamaya yalam. Jayam jadikriti matir madhupushpitayam. Vitanike mahati karmani yujyamana. Rayena vedata idam namaha janoyam. Devya vimohita matir patamaya yalam. Jayam jadi krita matir madhupushpitayam. Vaitanike mahati karmani yujyamana. Please chant.
Rayena vedadidam namahajanoyam. Devya vimohita matirpatamaya yalam. Raya jadikrita matir madhupushpitayam.
Jayam jadi krita madhupushpitayam. Vitanike mahati karmani yujyamana. Ayena vedata dhitam namaha janoyam. Devya vimohita matir patamaya yalam. Jayam jadi krita madhupushpitayam. Vaitanike mahati karmani yujyamana. Rayena, almost always. Veda, no. Tat, that. Idam, this. Na, not. Mahajana, great personalities, besides Swayambhu, Shambhu, and the other 10. Ayam, this. Devya, by the energy of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Vimohita mati, whose intelligence is bewildered. Bhatta, indeed. Mayaya, by the illusory energy. Alam, greatly. Chayam, in the 3 Vedas. Jadikrita mati, whose intelligence has been dulled. Madhupushpitayam, in the flowery Vedic language, describing the results of ritualistic performances. Vitanike, in the performances mentioned in the Vedas. Mahati, very great. Karmani, fruitive activities. Yujyamana, being engaged. Translation. Because they are bewildered by the illusory energy of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Yajnavalkya and Jaimini and other compilers of the Vedic religious scriptures cannot know the secret confidential religious system of the 12 Mahajans. They cannot understand the transcendental value of performing devotional service or chanting the Hare Krishna mantra, because their minds are attracted to the Vedic ritualistic ceremonies mentioned in the Vedas, especially the Yajurveda, Samaveda, and Rigveda. Their intelligence has become dull. Thus they are busy collecting the ingredients for ritualistic ceremonies that yield only temporary benefits, such as elevation to Swargalok or material happiness. They're not attracted to the Sankirtan movement. Instead, they are interested in Dharma, Artha, Kama, and Moksha. Report by His Divine Grace, Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Since one may easily achieve the highest success by chanting the holy name of the Lord, one may ask, why there are so many Vedic ritualistic ceremonies and why people are attracted to them. This verse answers that question. As stated in the Bhagavad Gita, Vedashta Sarva Ahamiva Vidyaha. The real purpose of studying the Vedas is to approach the lotus feet of Lord Krishna. Unfortunately, unintelligent people, bewildered by the grandeur of Vedic yajnas, want to see gorgeous sacrifices performed. They want Vedic mantras chanted and huge amounts of money spent for such ceremonies. Sometimes we have to Sometimes we have to observe the Vedic ritualistic ceremonies to please such unintelligent men. Recently, when we established a large Krishna Balaram temple in Vrindavan, we were obliged to have Vedic ceremonies enacted by Brahmanas because the inhabitants of Vrindavan, especially the smarta Brahmanas, would not accept Europeans and Americans as bona fide Brahmanas. Thus, we had to engage Brahmanas to perform costly yajnas. In spite of these yajnas, the members of our society performed Sankirtan loudly with mridangas, and I consider the Sankirtan more important than the Vedic ritualistic ceremonies. Both the ceremonies and the Sankirtan were going on simultaneously. The ceremonies were meant for persons interested in Vedic rituals for elevation to heavenly planets. Jadi Krita Matir Madhupushpitayam. Whereas the Sankirtan was meant for pure devotees interested in pleasing the Supreme Personality of Godhead. We would simply have performed Sankirtan, but then the inhabitants of Vrindavan would not have taken the installation ceremony seriously. As explained here, the Vedic performances are meant for those whose intelligence has been dulled by the flowery language of the Vedas, which describe fruitive activities intended to elevate one to higher planets. Especially in this age of Kali, Sankirtan alone is sufficient. If the members of our temples in the various parts of the world simply continue Sankirtan before the deity, especially before Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, they will remain perfect. There is no need of any other performances. Nevertheless, to keep oneself clean in habits and mind, deity worship and other regulative principles are required. Srila Jiva Goswami says that although Sankirtan is sufficient for the perfection of life, the archana, or worship of the deity in the temple, must continue in order that the devotees may stay clean and pure. Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur therefore recommended that one follow both processes simultaneously. We strictly follow this principle of performing deity worship and Sankirtan along parallel lines. This we should continue. Om Jnana Timirantasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshur Unmilitam Jena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah Nama Shishtamanumaphi Sachiputra Matra Sarupam Rupam Tasyagajam Urapurim Matarim Goshtavatim Radha Kundam Girivaram Maho Radhika Madhavasam Rapto Yasya Patita Kripaya Shri Gurum Tam Natusmi Vande Shri Krishna Chaitanya Nityanando Sahodito Gododaye Pushpavanto Chitro Sando Tamonido He Guru Gyanada Dina Bandho Swanandadata Korunai Kasindo Vandavana Sina Hitavatara Prasida Radha Panapachara Ilachala Nivasaya Nityaya Paramatmane Balabhadra Subhadrabhyam Jagannataya Te Namaha Taptakanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vishavanu Suti Devi Pranamami Haripriya Vrindai Tulsi Devi Priyaye Keshavasya Krishna Bhakti Pradi Devi Satyavate Namo Namah Pancha Gopatubhischa Kripa Sindhu Bevacha Patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavibhyo namo namo. This is a very important purport that Srila Prabhupada has written. That there are two things, Pancharatchaki Vidhi and Bhagavat Vidhi. Which is which? What is Pancharatchaki Vidhi mean? Deity worship. And Bhagavat Vidhi? Sankirtan and preaching, book distribution, preaching, and Harinam Sankirtan. This is Bhagavad. We can do without deity worship, actually. Bhagavad Vidhi is sufficient in itself for all perfection, Prabhupada has written. We become completely perfect, a lover of God, experiencing and tasting the higher realms of Krishna consciousness, love of God, Krishna prema. Our prayojana, our objective of life, love of God, can be achieved just by Bhagavad Vidhi. So why we worship deity? We build such expense to build temples, procure all the elements essential to worship of the deity. Why we spend so much money? For this reason, for a couple of reasons. For this, to maintain purity. Because to approach the deity, one has to maintain purity. Right? To bathe, you come to the temple, you put tilak. When the pujari is offering puja, then he has to do Buddha Shuddhi, has to chant so many mantras. To maintain purity, to approach the Lord who's present within his form as a deity. So deity form of Krishna is not imagination. Deity form of Krishna is Krishna, directly Krishna. Sakshat Pratima Nahi Tomi Sakshat Vajandanandana. Where does this verse come from? Pratima Nahi Tomi Sakshat Vajandanandana. That you're not a statue, you're directly the son of Nanda Maharaj. Sakshi Gopal Lila. Because Krishna was speaking to his devotee. But devotee is more clever. The deity is speaking to him. He says, I can't go with you to be a witness for this transaction. I can't go with you. I'm a deity. Devotee said, if you can talk, you can walk. Come on. So devotee is more clever. And Krishna walked all the way across the country, from Vrindavan to Andhra Pradesh. All the way across the country, he's walking. And he said, just feed me. Cook every day, rice for me. And you'll know I'm falling. You'll hear my, what do you call it, gungura. You hear my ankle bells. And don't look back. But just outside the village, no more sound. Did Krishna leave me? Is Krishna gone? He turned around and Krishna's standing. So anyone seen this Sakshi Gopal deity? He's very big. 4 or 5 men cannot lift him. No way. One skinny Brahmana carried him all the way across the continent. So Krishna can walk. If he talks, he walks, he blesses, he manifests himself. Premanjana charita bhakti vilochanena santat sadaiva hridayeshu vilokayanti yam shyama sundaram achinta guna surupam govindam adi purusham tambaham bhajami. And when our eyes are anointed with the salve of love, then we see Krishna. Santa sadaiva, the saints, not the rascals, the fools, the atheists, the Mayavadis, the materialists, the saints. Santa sadaiva hridayeshu. They always see Krishna in their heart of hearts. Same Krishna is on the altar, is in our heart. Same Krishna. So deity worship is required for neophyte devotees. It's actually for Kanishta bhaktas. To come to the, where is God? Here he is, right here. Bow down. And the practical application of this verse in Bhagavad Gita, Manmana bhava madbhakto madhyaji mam namaskuru mami vashasi satyam te pratijani priyosi me. The practical application of that is deity worship. Manmana. Does anyone remember what Radha Banki Bihari is wearing? What color is he wearing today? Did you notice? This is one of the principles of deity worship. What is Krishna wearing today? What kind of beautiful turban he's wearing? Srimati Radharani is wearing a very beautiful crown. Manmana, think of him. This is practical. He has a form. He's not impersonal, it's void, a zero, a nothing, and just energy, a light. He's a person. He has a form. Spirit has form. Stupid materialistic people think that material means the opposite of spiritual. If material has form, then spirit must have no form, that God is just a light. This is a stupid idea. Spirit is the basis of form. How do we get this form? How do we get this body? Because spirit is present, the soul is present. So manmana, Krishna says, think of me. What is a practical application? Meditate on the deity in the temples. Come see the deity every day. Actually, we don't come to see the deity. Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur described, how do you say it? Drishya Bihar. That the real principle of darshan is to be seen by the deity. That I present myself before the deity. I'm your devotee. I'm bowing down to you. Please bless me. Please accept me as your servant. This is deity worship. People, you see, especially in our Indian communities, Hindu communities, they come, we want to see the God. You see the God. Then God sing, 10 rupees a hundi, then God sing finished. We don't see Krishna. We hope that he sees us coming to the temple. Drig Dishya Bichar. Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati. Drig Dishya Bihar. Seeing, seer, and seen. Who is the seer? Krishna is the seer. You're not the seer. Krishna is seeing us. Please bless me. Please accept me as your devotee. The Mayavadis pray. Aham Brahmasmi. That God is Brahman. I'm also Brahman. I am God. Such a foolish idea. It's like saying, it's like Karuna Prabhu, Parama Karuna Prabhu is an Indian. Prime Minister Modi is also an Indian. Parama Karuna is Prime Minister Modi. This is a faulty logic. I am Brahman, God is Brahman, I am God. Why do we see in Shastra? There's Para Brahman and there's Brahman. We are also Brahman, so we understand the meaning of Aham Brahmasmi. But we're not interested in that conception of God, impersonal conception of God. Vanati tat tattvam jnanamadvayam brahmeti paramatmeti bhagavan iti shabdate. We're interested in this feature of God, Krishna, Braj Vihari, Murli Mohana, Yashomati Nandana, Braju Barunagara, Gokula Ranjana, Kana. We're interested in this Krishna, not impersonal Krishna, Brahman Krishna. One personality of God. So they pray, Aham Brahmasmi. We pray, Aham Tavasmi. I don't want to be you, I want to be yours. Tavasmi Radhika Nata Karmana Manasagira Krishna Kante Tavaivasmi Yuvame Gatir Mama. Sharanamam Prapanosmi Karuna Nikara Kuro Prasadam Kuru Dasyam Bo Mayi Dushte Paradi. Then accept me as yours. I'm dushed. I'm a very fallen person, but I am yours. Please accept me as yours. This is bhakti. And this Mayavad cuts the heart out of bhakti. It just rips the heart out of bhakti. Would Hanuman ever think, let me become Ram? Sita? I'm tired of being Sita. I want to become Ram. Is it possible? It is impossible. Because our constitutional nature, Mavaivam so jiva, look at jiva bhuta sanatana. We're eternally ansh, sanatana, eternally ansh. They say that our situation, our body is like a pot. And in the pot, there's air inside the pot. Break the pot and the air becomes one with the totality of air. So this is their idea. But we find in Bhagavad Gita, Jiva Bhuta Sanatana. Nateva ham jatu nasam natam nime jananipa. Nachaiva na bhavishyama sarva vayama takparam. Never there was a time when not exist, Arjuna, nor you, nor all these kings, nor in the future shall any of us cease to be. Arjuna doesn't give up being Arjuna. Duryodhana doesn't give up being Arjuna. Their spiritual identity is eternal. So this is a foolish example. Break the pot, air becomes one. Or they say, like the river merges into the ocean and the river becomes the ocean. And it doesn't. Even the air, individual molecules of air are there, nitrogen, oxygen. They don't merge with each other. They remain individual molecules. The molecules of water, H2O, they don't stop being H2O when they merge into the ocean. They're individual molecules, and we are eternal individual souls, eternally sanatana. So the Mayavadis also worship the deity. They bow down, they do bhajan, they sing, they chant Hare Krishna. They do nice puja, they build temples, but they're Putana Bhaktas because they want to kill Krishna. Putana showed affection. Oh, Jashoda Maya, give me your Lala. I want to nurse your Lala. What was her intent? To kill Krishna. This is Mayavad. They're all Putana Bhaktas. So we worship the deity with love. Manmana Bhavamad Bhakto. We become devotee of the deity. And he reciprocates. Yayatamam prabhadyante tam stataiva bhajam. As you come to him, he reciprocates. As you surrender to Krishna, he reveals himself in his personal form. How did the Brahmana talk to Krishna? Because he's pure devotee. How is Srila Prabhupada talking to Krishna? How did this whole Indian yatra begin? You know the story? Srila Prabhupada opened his temple in Los Angeles, California, on Watsika Avenue, Rukmini Dwarkadish. And Dwarkadish would talk to Prabhupada. He instructed Srila Prabhupada that you leave Los Angeles and you go preach in India and start your movement in India. Prabhupada said no. He argued with Dwarkadish. He said, oh my God, brothers, they're preaching in India. Preaching is going on fine in India. Why shall I go? This is my world headquarters. Devotees are coming, books are going out, Harinama is going out, prasadam distribution is going on. Why should I leave? I think I should stay here. Krishna said, go. He said, I will give you a temple 100 times better than your Los Angeles temple. What is that temple? Krishna Balaram Mandir. So this whole India yatra was a product of Krishna saying, you leave, you go preach in India. Another story, my godbrother Amiyatma Prabhu. He has a very short body. It's like, and Prabhupada also, about 5 feet tall. So he made a plan. Srila Prabhupada was coming to Los Angeles temple. And the street is right in front of the temple, big temple doors, maybe 20 meters to the street. So he made a plan. Prabhupada's car is going to stop right here. I'll be right there. As soon as Prabhupada gets out of the car, I'll garland him. I'll be right there. I will garland Prabhupada. The temple commander said, Amiyatma Prabhu, there's service to do. Forget it. What to do? He surrendered. So next thing he knows, Prabhupada's there, and 100 devotees followed Prabhupada in the room. And next thing he knows, he's standing right behind Srila Prabhupada. And Srila Prabhupada's talking to Dwarkadish. He's asking him, have the devotees given you nice bhoga? Are you eating nice bhoga? Are they cooking nicely for you? Then he hears silence, a period of silence. He's not hearing Krishna. Prabhupada's hearing Krishna. There's some period of, then Srila Prabhupada asks, I see you're wearing very beautiful dress today. Do you have many dresses like this? Are the devotees giving you nice dress? Then silence. Are the devotees going out on Sankirtan? Are they preaching nicely? Then silence. Srila Prabhupada is talking to Dwarkadish, and Dwarkadish is listening. Another time he came through the back door of the old temple, which was quite some distance, maybe this distance of this room, maybe a little more. Srila Prabhupada would come through the back door. He'd walk to the front for darshan, take charanamrit, and sit on Vyasasana and give Bhagavatam class. So he just came through the back door and he stopped. And he said, there is something in Krishna's eye. So devotee looked, the Pujari went, he looked very carefully. No, Srila Prabhupada, there's nothing in Krishna's eye. He said, there is something in Krishna's eye. You look carefully. So the Pujari looked very, very carefully, and there was a tiny little piece of tilak left in Krishna's eye. Because when the deity murti is polished with lemon and tilak, the Pujari wasn't very careful and left a piece of tilak in Krishna's eye. What is happening? Krishna is telling Prabhupada, your Sishya has done a bad job. You please fix it. There's tilak in my eye. And Prabhupada is saying, go deal with this. There's tilak in Krishna's eye. How can he see? Same Rukmini Dwarkanath, the Utsav deity, is about the same size as Radha Banki Bihar. How can he see from the back of the room? Tiny little, the Pujari couldn't see, looking up close. Krishna is speaking to Prabhupada, and Prabhupada is responding. Deity is personally present. And as we make progress in spiritual life, we experience that. Santa Sadaiva, Hridayesha, the same Krishna in your heart, same Krishna on the altar. So Manmana, Bhavamad Bhakto, become his devotee. This is our process of sadhana. It's not a proposition, you snap your fingers and overnight you become pure devotee. Is it possible? Can you think, from tomorrow, no more lust, no more greed, no more envy, no more anger, I'm done. From tomorrow, I'm done. Is it possible? It's not possible. Sadhana is it's not like a light switch. You walk into a dark room, you touch the switch and boom, light. It's like the sunrise. Sunrise is gradually. When it's dark, you see form, but that's about it. Maybe you see, is that a tree? Is that a car? But as the sun rises, you can see form, then texture, then color. And when the sun rises in the sky, you see the sun and everything else. But it takes time. The proposition of sadhana is to come from darkness to light gradually as the sun rises. This is the proposition of sadhana. So as we progress in spiritual life, Krishna reveals himself. Bhavamad Bhakto. Not an easy thing. We say, I am a Vaishnava. Being a Vaishnava is actually a very high thing. To be a lover of God, a servant, to consider oneself the property of the Lord, property of the deity, is a very high thing. To think of yourself as property of your guru. There's a nice story in Ramanujacharya's Leela. He had one disciple named Kuresh. Kuresh had eidetic memory. Whatever he read, he remembered forever. And he was beloved servant of Ramanujacharya. So there was one king, his name was Kulatunga. And he hated Vaishnavas. There's this animosity between Shaivites and Vaishnavas. And Lord Vishnu and Lord Shiva are laughing. There is no animosity, but because of misunderstanding, because of lack of knowledge, this animosity was there. So King Kulatunga challenged Ramanuja, you come to my court and let us debate with the court pundits to establish who is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Shiva or Lord Vishnu. So Kuresh was thinking, I have a very bad feeling about this. Better you not go. You give me your dish, your cloth, and I will go, as if I were you. So he slashed the court pundits, completely establishing Lord Vishnu is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And then he made a bad joke, because in South India there's a unit called a Shiva, there's a unit called a Drona. So he said, and the Drona weighs more than the unit called Shiva. So he said, even Drona is superior to Shiva. And at that, the king went wild. Throw him in prison, put out his eyes. They threw Koresh in prison and they poked out his eyes. So eventually he was released, he was blind. And he's sitting in the temple of Varadaraj. Varadaraj means the king of benedictions, the king of blessings. So he's doing his bhajan and he was praying to the Lord, my Lord, I've lost something that belongs to my guru. If you like, you please restore it. Please give me back that thing I've lost. that belongs to my Guru, that is the property of my Guru. And he got his eyes back. His vision was restored by Bhagiradaraj. Very wonderful story. But he's thinking, my eyes, my body, my everything is a property of my Guru. Such Guru Nishta, unshakable Guru Nishta. If you lose Guru Nishta, Prabhus, you lose everything. Maintain your faith in your Guru. So, Manmana Bhava Madbhakto Madhyaji. Madhyaji means you worship me. Every day, the pujari is worshipping deity. And Namaskuru. We come and we do Shastanga Dandavat Pranam. Offering our body, our everything, our mind, our body, our words, everything in service of the Lord. So this is deity worship. It's required, Prabhupada mentions here, it's required that it should go on parallel lines with Bhagavad Vidhi. But Bhagavad Vidhi is the essential principle. And Srila Prabhupada writes in his purport that this is sufficient to become perfect in spiritual life. Just chanting Hare Krishna. And people think, is that all there is? That's all I have to do? That's all you have to do. Grihe tako, vane tako, sada hari bole dako. You stay at home with your family, or you go to the forest as a tyagi, as a brahmachari, sannyasi. Just chant Krishna's name. Prabhupada gave a nice example. He said in homeopathy, the cure is these little sugar pills, right? And they think, this sugar pill, no fasting, no purgatives, no austerity, just these little sugar, they can help you. So people want some heavy-duty austerity to become self-realized. Not required. Vajo Vajo Bhai Shri Chaitanya Nitai Sudada Vishwasakori Vishayacharya Seira Semajiya Mukhe Bolo Hari Hari. You give up sense gratification, chant the holy name. Parama Koruna Pahudi Jana Nitai Gaura Chanda Saba Avatar Sar Shiromani Kevala Ananda Kanda. This is Ananda Kanda. We eat nice food. In Mayavadi, they eat one rasgulla, they think they've fallen down. We eat nice food, we dance, we sing, we associate most wonderful souls, wonderful devotees. Such this joyful process. What more we want in life? Such a joyful process. So why do people look for anything else? This austerity is not required. This simple thing, chant Hare Krishna. Associate with Krishna in the form of his name, because the name and the named are the same. Chaitan, what's that? Nama Chintamani Krishna's Chaitanya Rasa Vigraha Purna Shuddho Nitya Mukto Benatam Nama Namino. That Nam and Namino, name and named, same. Same exactly, except for one thing, which is name is more merciful. Name, you can chant name, you're taking a bath. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. Can you take bath? Worshipping deity? Can you worship deity driving down the road? Can you worship deity while you're cooking? One hand on the arati tray and one hand on the spoon. Krishna comes in the form of his name to bless us. Krishna nam shuddha koriyapan joraro bhakati vinoda pran nama bina kichu nahi koa chauda bhuvanamajam. You search the 14 worlds and not find a better process than this chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Madhura madhare bhyopi mangale bhyopi mangalam pavanam pavane bhyopi harinamaya kevalam. The holy name of Krishna is the sweetest thing. Nothing sweeter. Sense gratification is not sweet. But this is our disease. We like to enjoy our body, the different organs of our body. This is not sweet. Krishna describes that this is dukkha yoneya evate ajantavanta konteya nateshu ramateva. This is the cause of our unhappiness. Where is unhappiness born? Where does it come from? Sansparsh bhog. Dukkha yoneya evate. This is where the yoni means a place of birth. This is where it comes from. Addiction to sense gratification. Ayantavanta konteya. It has its beginning and end. Nate shu ramate buddha. An intelligent person doesn't take pleasure there. Just like if someone thinks, pizza, I want to eat pizza. A big, round, greasy pizza with extra cheese and lots of veggies. Pizza prasada. And you start thinking, yeah, Govindas has nice pizza. And when you eat the first piece, oh, I've gone to Swarga. You're doing abhishekam for your tongue, right? So the first piece, very delicious. I'll have another. And you eat another, and another, and another, then no more. What happened to the pleasure you were enjoying from eating pizza? Gone. The taste may linger in your mouth, but the happiness of eating pizza is gone. Every sensual activity is in the same category, no matter what it is. Every sensual activity, the things that please our body, are in the same category. Adyantavanta konteya, they have their beginning and their end. So an intelligent person doesn't take pleasure there. He takes pleasure offering service, namaskuru, offering his whole body in the service of the Lord. Karmana manasa gira. His karma, his work, his mind, and his words. Offer everything to Krishna. And this is a symbolic meaning. It's just not like you're stretching, not just stretching your body. We're offering everything. My whole body I'm offering to you. I'm yours. Tavasmi, I'm yours. And this is namaskuru. Yajanti, worship the Lord, and namaskuru. Offer your obeisances. Offer your everything. Karmana, manasagar. Offer everything to Krishna. And this is the practicality of deity worship. But we can do the same thing, chanting Krishna's name. We're offering our obeisances to Krishna by fulfilling our vow to our Guru, to chant prescribed number of rounds, to hear Krishna's name, to remember Krishna, to appreciate this name is not different from Krishna. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur said something very interesting. He said that at the end of my life, the holy name of Krishna will come and take me by the hand and deliver me to Goloka. This is a very profound thing. Think deeply. This is a very profound statement. That the holy name has hands. The holy name has reddish lotus feet. The holy name wears pitambara dhoti. Holy name wears Vajayanti garland. The holy name plays a flute. The holy name is decorated with all kinds of beautiful jewelry. The holy name has beautiful lotus eyes. The holy name wears a peacock feather, and his beautiful lotus face is surrounded by locks of curling black hair. Holy name is a person. But what is our difficulty? Chanchalam hi mana Krishna pramati balavadidam tasyaham nigraham manye vayar eva sudushkaram. We pick up our mala and we think, okay, I'm going to focus this round. I'm not going to deviate. I'm going to hear Krishna's name. I'm going to remember Krishna. And what happens? You start thinking about money. You start thinking about relationships. You start thinking about health or politics. Thousands of things. So what does japa mean? Yato yato nischalate manas chanchalamastheram tatastato niyamyaitat atman eva vashamne. To wherever and whatever your mind wanders to its flickering and unsteady nature, one should bring it back under the control of the self, Hare Krishna. And hear Krishna's name. Hear Krishna's, and if you can't, chant Krishna's name, how can you hear Krishna? Sometimes I hear devotees chanting this. What are you chanting? This japa. That's japa. This is not japa. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare. So Krishna's name is reality. Abrahmastamba bharayantam sarvamayam jagat mayam jagat. Satyam satyam puna satyam haranamaiva kevalam. What is truth? From the clump of grass up to Lord Brahma, all illusion. All illusion. A dream. We're living in a dream. In the 7th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, there's a very nice verse. profound verse. It says, Jnanam te hamsa vijnanam, idam bhaksham seshava, yashgatva nenevart, no, yashgatva nehabunyo yaj, gatavyam avasishyate. So there's two things, nominal knowledge and phenomenal knowledge. What is phenomenal knowledge? That means what we can experience with our jnanendriyas. We can see, we can touch, we can smell, we can taste. And we navigate life based on that. But is that all there is? No. Like I'm seeing your body, I can't see you. I can say, oh, his eyes are blinking, he's moving, he's falling asleep. Soul is present, but can I see the soul? Is the soul non-existent just because I can't see it? Is God non-existent because I can't see him? He can be seen when our eyes are anointed with salve of love. But before that, we can verify the existence of God by our capacity to see him. They say, the atheistic people, the Gnostics, they say, if there is God, you show him to me. But they don't think, am I qualified to see God? No. Can you even go to see Prime Minister Narendra Modi? Walk into his office, hey, Naru, come on, you and me, let's do masala dosa, come on. You can't even get close to him. They'll arrest you. Oh, terrorist, terrorist. And he's a very powerful, pious man. But he's a man. And you can't approach him. What to speak of God? God is approached by bhakti. He's understood by bhakti. Bhaktya tananyayam shakya hambidam vidorjana gyatum drashtum cha tattvina pravishtum cha parantapa. You want to see God? Ananya bhakti is the key. He's only understood. He's only seen by ananya bhakti. He says, gyatum drashtum. You can know me, you can see me as I'm seeing you and you're seeing me. Face to face, you can see God by only ananya bhakti. Not by jnana, not by karma, not by yoga, by bhakti. And what does bhakti mean? What does it mean, bhakti? How do we do bhakti? Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur said that chanting Hare Krishna is bhakti. Directly, it is bhakti. Atakshi Krishna Namadi Nabhavat Grayam Indra Sevan Mukhi Hijivado Swayameva Spuratira. It begins Namado. Bhakti begins with Nam, with the holy name. But we are servants of holy name also. And by serving holy name and chanting holy name, we get sporti. What does sporti mean? Sporti means revelation. It's the experience of Krishna Bhakti, seeing Krishna, experiencing Krishna. Rasoham apsukonte prabhasi shashi suryo pranavasarvedeshu shabdake paurusham nishu jivanam sarva what's that pritityam shak. Anyway, there's a list of things Krishna gives in Shastra. How do we see the sunlight and just say, okay, it's the sun, big deal. It's the sun. I see the sun every day, big deal. Imagine if you were blind your whole life, 30 years, you're blind. Then all of a sudden you get your sight back. My God, the sun, the moon, a tree, a person. You'd be overwhelmed to see the creation. But because we see every day, oh, big deal, sun. So Krishna is there in everything. Where isn't Krishna? Anantarasta paramanu chayantarastam. He's within the atom. What is that? He says that I'm the whole universe is me. Where isn't Krishna? When do we have eyes to see Krishna? Do we have eyes to see Krishna in his name? We have the ears to hear Krishna. Krishna is revealed, sporti, by revelation, by the practice of bhakti. And bhakti means our sadhana. So what is truth? Satyam, satyam, punah, satyam. Holy name is truth. Again, I say it is truth. Punah, satyam. Harinamaiva kevalam. The holy name of Krishna is everything. Saguru sapita chapi samata bandavopi sa sikshayat shatsara smartum harinamaiva kevalam. Who is your friend? Who is your guru? Who is your mother, father, aunt, uncle? Who is a relative? Who is a friend? Who is a guru? Someone who teaches you to chant the holy name of Krishna. Nishvasena hi vishvasa kada buddho bhavishyati kirtaniyamato balya dharanamaiva kevalam. There's an urgency. From the very beginning of life, we should chant the holy name. Never too early, never too late. Hari sadava sattatra yatra bhagavata jana gayanti mad bhakti bhavena haranamaiva kevalam. That he manifests himself in your own home. Bhaktivinoda Thakur was saying that I experienced my home turning into Goloka. Tulsi is there, holy name is there, Murti is there. I'm living in Goloka. If we have vision, we're in Goloka, we're sitting in Goloka right now. Do we have that vision? Maybe not. But diyatam diyatam karno niyatam niyatam bachaha giyatam giyatam nityam haranamaiva kevalam. That we hear Krishna's name over and over. We chant Krishna's name over and over. We sing Krishna's name over and over. Haranamaiva kevalam. Because there's nothing more to be had in this world than the holy name of Krishna. Tvani kritya jagat sarvam rajate sikoro pari chidanandamayam shuddham haranamaiva kevalam. Is the spiritual substance of our existence, is the holy name of Krishna. But how to experience it? By chanting. We're chanting best Namavas and worst Namaparad. So we have to strive to be more sincere chanters of the holy name, to focus on the holy name, to hear the holy name, to pray to the holy name for mercy, to pray to Lord Nityananda. Nityananda maham nami sarvananda karam param harinama param devam avaduta shiromani. Lord Nitai, you're giving mercy in the form of the attachment to the holy name. Harinama Pradam Devam. He's that Devata who's giving holy name. So we pray to Nitai, you please bless me with holy name. Real experience of holy name. Make progress in my relationship with God in the form of his holy name. And this is Bhagavad Gita. Chanting Hare Krishna. Preaching the holy name. Because what are we? What do we do? What is our activity? We're preachers of the holy name. What is our objective when we're preaching Krishna consciousness? Just that, oh, they respected me as a sadhu. My business is done. No. What impact did you make? How did you change their mind? How did you encourage them to take up mala and chant holy name? This is why we preach. To get people to chant the holy name. Not just to come to, we appreciate everyone. They come to the temple, they fold their hands, they bow down, they give some donation. Wonderful. But we want them to become devotees. To take up the process with sincerity. That is our objective. Not just to fill our temples with insincere people that just are seeking piety. And this is mentioned here also. They can't understand the value of Hare Krishna because they're busy seeking piety, karma kanda. Bolo Shri Satyanarayan Bhagavan ki tu. I gave you doodh, gehunka atta, yogurt, flowers, chandan, tulsi. Now you give me. Prahlad Maharaj said, don't be a banik, baniya. You want to be baniya, go make relaxing crores of rupees, but don't be baniya with Krishna. I gave you, now you give me. This is karma kanda. And Veda is full of karma kanda. Prabhupada mentioned Sam Veda, Rig Veda, Yajur Veda. It's full of karma kanda. People, it's right here in your book. Why shall I not do it? Because you'll never get Krishna. Bhagavad Gita says, Yamimam pushpitam vacham pravadanti avivaschita vedavada radaparda nandyanastiti vadan kamatmana sarva para janma karma phala pradam kriya vishesha bahulam janma kriya vishesha bahulam. I can't remember the last line. But they're bewildered by the pushpitam vacham, the flowery words of the Vedas. You do this karma kanda yagya, And you get such a one, you can go to heaven, Nanda Kandana gardens, beautiful apsaras, and they're just there for you to enjoy. But you can't stay. You can't stay. It's time for Arti? Yes? Huh? Okay. I don't want to interrupt your temple schedule. So yamimam pushpitam vacham pravadanti avipasyata. Jai Shri Radha Banki Bihari ki, Jai Jagannath Swami ki, Jai Shalagram ki. So Veda Vadarata, they're called Veda Vadarata. This is the essence of Veda. To engage in karma kanda rituals and get a very good birth, get opulence, get position, get power, get nice sense gratification. But this is not this. Prabhupada quoted the verse. Vedaischa savaraham vidyaha. Vedanta krit veda videva chaham. Because I am the goal of Vedanta. Not heaven, go to heaven. This is the goal of all Vedas. Veda Vyas compiled whole Vedanta just so people can go to heaven and enjoy with the Apsaras. No. Veda is because Krishna is the goal. He's the compiler, he's the knower, and he's the objective of Veda. He's Vedanta. That's why we say Bhakti Vedanta. The Mayavadis, they say Vedanta, they study Vedanta. But the heaven is not anta, it's not the goal of Veda. Bhakti Vedanta. Bhakti to Krishna is the goal of Vedanta. So what is the use? Costly sacrifice, hiring a bunch of fat Brahmins, what they call Chobe Pandit. You can feed them laddu, give them laddu, here, take a laddu and take rupees, take another laddu, 10 rupees, take another laddu, 10 rupees. They get big belly like this. But they can't go back to Godhead. What is the use? What is the use of anything if it doesn't bring you closer to Krishna? What is it? Otherwise, you take another birth. Why take another birth? Why come here again? In this lifetime, we should have the determination to go back to God and make this the last life in the material world. And make Krishna happy. He's waiting for you. When will you come? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is praying, Jeev Jago, Gaura Chandra Bol, Kotanita Jao Maya Pisha Chirakoli. How long you have your head in the lap of the witch called Maya? How long you want to stay in this material world? Oh, Maya, so nice, sweet Maya. And then he'll kick you in the face. Oh, cancer? I have cancer? I need a heart transplant? Maya's kick. You think you're enjoying right up until the time of last breath. We think Maya is very good. But Maya will kick you in the end. Give you a good kick. And it's called Janma Mrityu Jara Vyadhi, birth, death, old age, and disease. So we want to be kicked towards Krishna. Be chastened. We need to have our consciousness changed to appreciate there is no other objective of life that's worth having. There's nothing else worth having besides Krishna Bhakti. Your material life will go on by your karma. From the moment of conception, your whole life will go on. When you're going to get married, you're not going to get married, you're going to have money, you're not going to have money, you're going to have fame, not have fame, health and wealth and prestige, all that's destined. Some people think to become renunciate is the goal of life. What do we renounce? What is ours to renounce? The false conception that I am the proprietor of anything, including my own body. Maharaj Ambarish, king. Maharaj Yudhishthir, Prahlad Maharaj, big opulent kingdoms. Yudhishthir, the emperor of the whole planet. So whether you're a beggar or you're a king, The essence of life is Krishna Bhakti. And we get that is achievable by the holy name. No other way. Nasteva, nasteva, nasteva. Gatir anyata. You want to go? Gati means your objective of life. Where you want to go? If you want to go back to Godhead, nasteva, nasteva, nasteva. There is no other way. Not by yoga, not by karma, not by jnana. The jnanis want to merge with the Lord, become one with the Lord, if it were possible. The yogis, they want mystic perfection. Even bona fide yoga, which we rarely see, because yoga means what? Ashtanga yoga means 8 processes. Patanjali yoga means 8 processes. Yam niyama. If you taught the Patanjali yoga, every yoga studio in the world would close tomorrow. Because what is the beginning? Yoga indriya samyama. Control your senses. Yam niyam. You can do this, but you can't do that. You have to do it like this. You can't do it like that. They'll all close because they think asana is yoga. It's not yoga. It's gymnastic exercise. It's good for your health. Okay, good. Be healthy, no problem. But you'll never get bhakti in millions of lifetimes doing asana. But what do people think is yoga? Or I can stand my head, Shirshasana, do Padmasana. I have a godbrother who was a big yogi before he was a devotee. He used to do this play, Bogi Yogi play. And he'd do Shirshasana, doing Padmasana, standing on his head. He was very a yoga adept. But will it give you bhakti? Can't give you bhakti. Yoga is not the answer. Krishna Bhakti, Krishna Bhakti, what is that? Shakalaya Santa, Krishna Bhakti, what is that verse? Anyone remember? Krishna Bhakti. No, not that. That's true. It's true. Yes, Krishna Bhakti Nishkama, Ataveta Shanta, Bhukti Mukti Siddhi Kama, Sakala Ashanta. They can never be happy. Everybody wants to be happy in this world. Where will you find happiness? Only with Krishna, only with Harinam, only with devotees, Arati, Kirtan, Prasad, Kevala Ananda Kanda, unalloyed spiritual happiness. So we should note what makes ISKCON ISKCON, this holy name of Krishna, and devotees. Nam Sankirtan, Samyak Kirtan, complete Kirtan. Japa is very good. We have to do our japa. We made a promise. We have to do our japa and be the most attentive as possible. But in Kirtan is more powerful. You see the devotees last night in Harinam Sankirtan. They were laughing, smiling, dancing. And everyone is seeing the Harinam Sankirtan. They're also smiling. They're also raising their hands. So we want this association of devotees. We worship devotees. What is this thing? Bhaja Gauranga, Kaha Gauranga, Loha Gaurangera Namre, Ye Jana Gaurangena, say hi Amar Prane, say hi Amar Prane. That worship Govinda, worship Gauranga, hear Gauranga, chant Gauranga. Anyone who does that, my pran, they're the life and soul of my life. Persons who take to Krishna. So associate with devotees. Be with devotees. Make friends with devotees. Serve devotees. And chant the holy name. And you go back to Godhead. Such a simple process. No bed of nails, no big austerity, no fasting, no purgatives, no standing on your head, no impersonal meditation. Chant Krishna's name. This is Bhagavad Gita. And to maintain our purity, to maintain our consciousness, to give our mind form to meditate on, we have deity worship. Beautiful form of enchanting form of the Lord that will talk to you, that will bless you, that you will see in that same Lord you will see in Goloka. He's there waiting. He's waiting in the forest, the buns, and he's enjoying his bihari in the buns of Goloka. Yamuna Tira, Vanachari. And he's requesting us, just come back. What are you waiting for? Don't take another birth. Come back to me, I'm waiting. So we should understand these two things, deity worship, Pancharatriki Vidhi, and Bhagavad Vidhi, chanting holy name, side by side. Railway tracks. Like the train track has two tracks, right? Not one track, not like this. Then the train will fall off the track. Parallel tracks. Prabhupada said, deity worship, Pancharatriki Vidhi, and Bhagavad Vidhi, chanting holy name and preaching holy name, building temples, expanding the chanting of the holy name. And Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur said, what is our motto? Like this one company, they say, just do it. They have this, what is that? Nike, they have this motto, just do it. Do any damn sinful thing you like, just do it. What is our motto? Param Vijayate Sri Krishna Sankirtanam. Let there be all victory to the chanting of the holy name. Anyone has any comment or question? Prabhuji? Yes.
Be able to have a much closer experience of the deities. How do devotees who are not directly worshipping, they are experiencing the deities from outside the order, how do they enhance their experience with Krishna in the deity form?
Every devotee should think, whatever service I'm doing for the service of the deity. If you're cooking, who are you cooking for? You're cooking for the air? This is the value of deity worship. Without deity, let's say you're a pious person, you want to offer something to God. Without the deity, what do? You have some rasagula, you toss them in the air, hey, Bhagavan, catch. There's Pancharatriki Vidhi, Narada Pancharatra, where Narada Muni himself is explaining the process of approaching the deity, how to worship the deity. It's not mental concoction, any way you like, according to Vidhi, to rules and regulations. Then Krishna agrees to accept your service. So every devotee should feel, my service is connected with the pleasure of Radha Vihari. You're cooking, you're cleaning, you're preaching, you're managing, you're raising children. This is actual sannyas. Anashatya karma phalam karyam karma karojina sasanyasi yogisha nan niragne chakriya. We're not impersonals. You stop doing something. Just give up on life. We're active people, but active for the pleasure of the deity. So if you're cooking, cook for Krishna. If you're raising children, most important service, sacred service, you're a sannyasi. Because it's for Krishna. This is sannyas. Not he who lights no fire and performs no work. If giving up working and not having a home is a standard for spiritual life, then any bhikkhari on the street is a great sannyasi. Is it? No. Grihasthas have a relationship with fire. We cook in our homes or the temple. We have a relationship with fire. If you don't have a home, you don't have a relationship with that. Does that make you a sannyasi? Not kriya. Not by this type of renunciation, but by anashatya karma, giving up the attachment to the fruits of work, but simultaneously karya karma, doing your prescribed duty according to your ashram, according to your varna. You're grihastha. You can't say, okay, bye, honey, I'm going sannyas. Sannyas means give up the world. Bye, 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 honey, bye, baby. Will Krishna be pleased? No. By performing your duty, your own individual duty, your swadharma, Krishna is pleased. And this is a perfection of life. Atakshik, what is that? Panushitasya dharmasya sansiddhir haritoshanam. Perfection of life is to please the Lord by your own life, to offer your life. Your swanushitasya dharma, the person you are, offering your life to Krishna. What you do, offering to him the fruits of your labor. So a lady changing diapers on a baby can be a great sannyasi by this definition, because it's for Krishna. That this child has come to my family. I'm serving this child, teaching them, pushing them closer to Krishna. Perfect sannyas. Danda doesn't make you sannyas. Saffron cloth does not make you sannyas. This principle makes you sannyas. Karyam karma and ashritya karma. So devotees should think, my service is directly related to the deity. Whether I'm sweeping the, Prabhupada said, the person sweeping the floor and the person offering arti and dressing and bathing the deity, same. He gave me an example. He said, if the pujari is offering a flower to Krishna, and there's an insect on the flower, and he puts the flower at the feet of the Lord, and the insect crawls under the feet of the Lord, that insect is as good as the pujari. Equal to the pujari. He's associated with Krishna. He's crawling on Krishna's feet. So whatever we do, think this is for the pleasure of Radha Banki Bihari. Okay? Yes, Prabhu. Can you speak up so devotees, everyone can hear you?
So, like my question is, as new devotees, we want to hear, we want to serve also, but so many challenges we face in our practical life. So my question is simply what we can do to continue this fight. So how should we continue?
You don't think there's no challenge for old devotees? The challenges become greater as you progress. The challenges become bigger. And they're there for a reason. Why are challenges there in spiritual life? Why do you think? Temptations, challenges, obstacles, why are they there? Yes, to force you to choose. I willfully, intentionally choose Krishna. So if we always choose Krishna and stay in the association of devotees, we'll always overcome. Every time Krishna will give you, Dadami buddhi yogam tam. I give you the intelligence to come to me. But we have to do our part. Tesham satati yuktanam bhajatam priti purvakam. What is that? What is the meaning to this verse? Satati yuktanam, what does it mean? Always be engaged in some service. How? Bhajatam priti, with love. Krishna doesn't need our service. Lakshmi sahasra sata sambrahma sebyamanam. He's being worshipped by millions of goddesses of fortune. Lakshmis. He needs your patram pushpam phalam, dupam depam naivedyam. Does he need that from you? No. But he wants it from you. He wants your love. So if we have that, if we cultivate that mood, we'll always cross over the obstacles of life. And there are many. Maya is always waiting. She's in the background. She's always there. Remember me? Haribol, remember me? So always choose Krishna. Krishna Surya Sam Maya Haya Andakar. Krishna's like the sun. You face the sun, you'll never see the shadow. But as soon as you turn your back on the sun, then there's shadow. What is darkness? What is it? Absence of light. It can't stand, you can't put darkness in a bottle. Here, have a bottle full of darkness. Darkness means simply absence of light. So what does it mean to be in mind? Absence of Krishna. If you're always with Krishna, there's no darkness. Simple thing. And we are always with Krishna if we're always with devotees. Always stay with devotees. Guyamakyati pritchasi. If you're having trouble in your life, something's bothering you, talk to a devotee. Reveal your mind to a devotee in confidence. Not with everybody, with someone you trust. Otherwise, you may tell some, promise you won't tell? I promise. And next thing you know, it's on Facebook. So take shelter of devotees, and we'll achieve everything. Or Kuch, Prabhuji, you can thank Prabhupada. I was a dog on the street when I walked into the temple, and now they put me here by Prabhupada's mercy, alone. Same mercy is available to every one of you. Exact same mercy. More mercy. Prabhupada said, the grandson receives more mercy than the son. More mercy. Because you're all grandsons and granddaughters of Srila Prabhupada. So you get more mercy than me. Think about that. Your question. Examine the life of your guru. Guru is not a concept. You know, it's like some energy floating, and I mean, this is my light idea. Some energy just floating, the light, formless nothing. He's a person. Study the life of Srila Prabhupada. Study the life of who is your Guru Maharaj? Prabhu. Study his life. His life is very inspiring to me. I keep his picture. Very inspiring life. Study how he served his Guru, how he served Prabhupada. How his whole life was dedicated to book distribution. From his Grihastha days, serving in BBT. And he didn't limit it to BBT. He built 18 temples just in Delhi NCR. Big, I'm going there. First anniversary, Rohini Temple. It's not just, it's a Rajasthani palace. Anyone been? Rohini Temple? Such a beautiful place. Panchatattva, Radha Madhav, Lalita Vishaka, Ram Darbar. Such a beautiful place. And he made 18 temples like this. Who has done that in all of ISKCON? Nobody. And if you examine each of our ISKCON gurus, prominent gurus have some particular opulence. Jaipataka Maharaj. There's 1 million Namhata people just in West Bengal. And the Christians can't make any headway because everybody's a devotee. Practically. You see, examine the life of your guru and follow in his footsteps. Why was he so dedicated to book distribution? Because book distribution makes people devotees. Many stories like this. We're out of time. Many stories like that. Establishing temples. This is exactly Prabhupada's formula. If anyone ever followed Prabhupada exactly, it was your Guru Maharaj. What did he do? Prabhupada distributed books. He printed and distributed books. With the Prophet, he built temples, and he traveled all over the world. I couldn't keep track of Maharaj. You call Delhi, oh no, he's in Russia. You call Russia, oh no, he's in Hong Kong. You call Hong Kong, no, he's in Japan. Constantly moving, inspiring devotees, preaching. So that is your responsibility, Prabhu, in due course of time. You're not like a bhakta forever and, the low man in the totem pole. Someday you have to sit here. You have to travel. You have to preach. You have to initiate disciples someday. You ready for that? Who else is going to do it? 20 years from now, the new man that just walked through the door, it's devotees like you that will have been practicing Krishna consciousness for 40, 50 years. That responsibility will come to you. Mark my words. I'll be gone. Prabhupada said like this, I'm an old man. I will leave at any moment. This is the nature of the material world. No one can check it, but you will carry on. So I'm telling you the same thing. The day will come when the last Prabhupada disciple leaves this world. And the responsibility of the institution that he began rests with you, all of you, each and every one of you. Meditate on that. There's lots of work to do, no? There's 8 billion people, more than 8 billion people on the planet. And only a handful of them ever heard of Krishna. Only a handful, a small handful are chanting holy name. There's so much work to do. So we shouldn't be happy. We made a temple. We distributed some books. We distributed a lot of books. Delhi NCR distributed 1 crore of book, Bhagavad Gita's in 1 month. 100 lakhs Bhagavad Gita in 1 month. America hasn't distributed that many books in 10 years. This is the power of this country. There's so much opportunity in this country because people are naturally Krishna conscious. So follow in the footsteps of your Guru. Study his life. What did he do? And be inspired. Develop your faith in the process and in the person by studying his life. I find him very, very inspiring. It's very emotional for me to step into his room, hear him chanting japa. ठीक है, हो गया। ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय, श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय, निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे।